Welcome in. Welcome to lalanascrochet. I am sitting here crocheting. I'm usually in this chair. My dog was in that chair and I didn't want to disturb him. I'm a sucker, believe me. I know. But I was sitting here with my crochet and my coffee, just chilling. I thought I'd have some company. So I got some yarn from a friend of mine, and this is some of it. I think it's a wool blend, but it's got quite a bit of halo on it. It's very nice. Once it's all worked up, it'll be soft and squishy. And I'm working it up into a sweater. I am going to use these same colors and make some granny squares. A strip to go down each side of the front and down the side of each arm. So, and yeah, because I don't think there's enough to do the entire sweater in this. But, and then in this cowl I made from Sarah Satch. I'm not really a cowl person. I don't even know how to wear it. I live in Arizona, come on. But I mean, and the person that I make this stuff for is much thinner than me. I'm going to put this pretty silver bits into some of the fringe and into the little tassellines. So just enough to give it a little sparkle. And I don't have very much of it either. Like you can see the cardboard box there, thingamajigger, it's wrapped around. So I don't even know how to wear this thing. But my cousin, she's smart. She knows. That was my daughter. She doesn't want to be on camera. And my dog again is snoring in the background. This is the sweater. I'm running the two together. Those are the outside dogs you hear barking at probably leaves falling off of the trees. And yeah, I'm gonna try to make the strips wide enough so it just has a little bit of this. I have these two colors in an acrylic yarn in a size 4. I'm hoping it works. We'll see. I really would hate to try to frog this because it has quite a bit of halo on it. And it would not be fun to frog. So that's why I'm trying to keep it very simple on this part and then make the other part not fancy, but you know, I mean, I've never made or anything, and I'm kind of excited actually to figure out how to put together a partial granny square sweater. Cardigan. So we'll see. She works where it's chilly, like in the room, like in an office where it's chilly. She's a vet tech, so they always have air conditioning and such, because you know, Arizona. So, and then I found again, I had lost this beanie. I made my son a scarf because it's light and it's very soft, because he bought me that Himalayan yarn, the expensive stuff, and he tried the beanie on and he said, "Mom, could you just make it a little bit longer so he could fold the end over?" So I said, "Oh yeah, I have more of that. I have quite a bit more." And apparently I was trying to make something. This is a ribbed something. Oh, I know, I was trying to make a Sophie scarf. And I stopped because I don't know, because I just did. And so I think, yeah, I'll make his beanie a little bit bigger so that he can have, and we're gonna do we didn't do Christmas for my little side of the family. We're gonna go in a couple weeks we'll go to Phoenix and have a day up there with my son at Temesa. And I'll take him his set. Hopefully. But I want to try to get this done as quickly as I can. My daughter's going to Tucson with her friend next Thursday. So I'm going to try to have it done by then. That's 4 days. I've never made a sweater in 4 days. I've never made anything in 4 days. Well, that's not true. I made this in one evening. So we'll have to see. I'm thinking hard. There's no smoke, thank goodness. But I am today. My husband is out in the shop because I wrecked my toaster. So he's gonna try to see if he can fix it or whatever. And he's finagling another car. Not like we don't have enough vehicles out there for me to drive, but we don't have one that's got nice enough tires for me to go all the way to town, because I live 18 miles from town. And, well, from where town starts. So we'll see if he can get that. Of course he can. It's a challenge now. He's a mechanic, that's what they do. But I was sitting here going through my projects, seeing what I got, and my daughter reminded me, she's like, you know, you've never made Haley anything. I'm like, what? Never made Haley anything? Oh. So, Haley's getting a cardigan. And I put the time crunch on myself. I mean, there really is no... I have it in this bag, this yarn too, because thinking it won't get twisted up. But it's this black likes to twist upon itself. So it's given me some trouble. And I don't have time for it to go in timeout. Like normally when things give me trouble, I put it in timeout. It's gonna get in timeout, all right. I'm gonna hack it up into pieces and see how it likes that. Hear me, yarn? I wish I knew what it was. It feels like a wool blend. So, and I will wash it before I give it to her, because with fabric softener. So then I guess we'll find out if it's wool or not when I wash it. Because I don't do hand washing. I have that expensive washer and dryer in there. I darn well use it. So let's see what else I got. Oh, and I have my socks. My sock kit ready to go. I have my hook in there that I'm gonna use, and I have my pattern all. I don't have it printed out. I have to go to town and print it out because my printer just decides it doesn't want to connect to my phone. So, and I have my squares for my birthstone blanket for Critters Crochet. I have one left. I need to make one more. And I think, let me check the book. I got smart, see. I'm saving the ball bands, and I'm gonna write a little note and put in there for what I use, like this stuff here that doesn't have a ball band. I'm gonna write down what I made, you know, to note that I actually used the yarn. Like not that I can say what kind it is, but then I've got everything written down in here. Let's see. Oh, and I'm doing my bag with Crochet with Coffee. She's covering her bag with granny squares. I mean, that might have to be on the back burner for a few days. So, because I'm doing my luck of the draw, that's not till Thursday. But I'm also using that for the Crochet Critters make along. The members, not the members, the subscriber make along. Because the members make along is, yeah, it's the members make along. Because it's the crunch stitch this week. I'm doing the iris stitch on one and the crunch stitch on the other, and Mama Swift is plucking the numbers. And then I've got Haley's sweater, and then I have I still have my mile a minute fail that I'm slowly, when I am, because it's so easy, it's just basically granny square and then upside down granny square, chain two. So when I'm done for the day trying to think about patterns and whatnot, I will pull that out and work on that. That's like a long-term thing. And then I got my socks. And then I have my, oh, I want to make my daughter-in-law a granny square sweater, because I know that all this stuff's coming back in style. She's very fashionable. Well, she's a model, so that's why she's felt so fashionable. So I'm gonna try to make her a sweater. But she's more of a neutral cream tone person. We'll see what I can do. But that makes things easier when you're choosing colors, because neutrals, like Haley's, she wears mostly black, but I wanted to use this blue stuff, so I was like, well, I'll just run them together. That way, technically it's still black, but it's not really, and she has a little boy dog, my 1010, he's so sweet. So, yeah, it's blue for 1010 and black because Haley wears black. That's how I'm justifying these colors. But according to the notepad, that's what we got right now. This is the Crochet Bible. That's what we're doing in the Crochet Bible. So I do have like patterns and such written down in here, like the willow square pattern, my snowflake pattern, so that I don't forget. So that when I make those, because I want to use the willow squares, I decided instead of a blanket, I'm going to make my daughter a willow square blanket, sweater. And then I think I might do the same style where it's just the outside that has willow squares and then the underside be plain, like half double crochets, because I bet that would be prettier, and I wouldn't have to make more willow squares. See me trying to fudge my own projects? That's questionable. But I bet it would be pretty. So just make the whole back willow squares and down the front willow squares. And then, you know what, I should just make the arms plain. If the whole thing is willow. My dog's over there running. I can see her out the corner of my eye. Her little legs are going. Well, I mean, she's a big dog, so she doesn't have little legs. She's kind of got big legs. That's why I can see them. That's what I've got going on. What are you guys doing? Is anybody doing anything special? I mean, we're a couple weeks into the new year now. Everybody's got to have projects on the hook now. Are you doing just crochet? Are you doing your knitting? Are you doing paper mache? I do have a project. That's my craft room right there. That I painted the inside. The inside is like my favorite color, a minty green color. Because the lady, I need to clean it up. it's terrible in there. Because the lady that gave me the yarn, she also gave me about 20 rolls of that mesh ribbon. And I haven't done anything with mesh ribbon in a very long time. I used to decorate like my front door with it for every season, like on the outside. But I have dogs that like to tear things up, so I don't do that anymore. And I used to do more in the house. I'm just tired. Yeah, I'm just tired. And so my crafting has slowed down a bit. My sedentary craft has not. I think it's picked up quite a bit, actually. And then having this channel too has motivated me to have more projects, not on the hook, because I've always had quite a few projects on my hook since I started getting back into crochet. Because you know, you get an idea. I don't really get startitis. That's why I write stuff down, because I don't want to forget that I had the idea. But, and my inventory list has gotten behind because I ordered yarn and I didn't put it on the inventory, and I just put it away, and now it's behind, and I'm thinking about it all the time, like, oh, I didn't put that in there. But it's gonna be okay. It's usually the ones that I haven't put in there is all the variegated. I like to have a list of my solids, because that way I know what I have and what I don't have. That's why when it came up to do the hooker versus hooker, which I have completed, thank you very much. I was looking around for purple yarn, and I was like, why don't I have purple yarn? So I did. I just didn't want to use what I had for that project. I didn't want to have to drag, because we went to the land. We went to the cabin. And I didn't want to have to take a brand new, huge, industrial sized ball of yarn to the cabin. So, it's fine. It worked out. I got the project done. It's good. We're all good. We did it. Done and done. So, I'm cooking away here. See, this black yarn just likes to give me trouble. It's like, no, Lena, you don't need to do this. Let's slow you down as much as possible. So I was telling my kids, I think I need to come up with a logo for lalanascrochet. But we'll see. I'll have to look and see. My aunt told me she's still struggling, so I'm gonna have to. It's not a hardship to go over and see her. I mean, you know, it's fun. We grew up together. She's a little bit older, 5 years older than me. So we're near. Now it's not a big deal. 5 years is not a big deal. We're the same age now. So going over there it's fun. We hang out and chat, and hopefully I'm gonna teach her. I don't know, I think maybe I should find a new video. Maybe she can watch and I can go along with the video and sitting next to her, so she can kind of follow the video and follow me at the same time. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. If anybody has any ideas on how to help her, she's struggling with how to, I think it's how to hold the yarn. We'll see what it is. Because I know that she has a hard time, once she gets it like this, she has a hard time getting it through. I don't know, it might be just her tension, because she doesn't know how to hold the yarn to get the right tension so that it'll slide through easily. And it just takes practice. I mean, I probably made 20 miles of chains when I started learning. You know how you do, because you want to just start right away, and it's just not, sometimes it's just not that easy if you don't know what coordination you need, you know, especially if you've never done a handcraft before. So I'm gonna help her. And this, I'm just doing half double crochets all the way across. This is the back panel. It's already probably a third of the way, well, probably almost halfway done. And I'm excited to do this for her. I love her. She's a sweet girl. Her and my daughter are practically cousins and didn't even know. We live in this really small town, but there are parts of the family that don't always, you know, chat with each other, you know, consistently. And apparently when we were with her parents, her best friend's parents, our kids weren't with us at the family gatherings. Like when they would show up, well, my kids weren't there, or we weren't there. We just, you know, we just didn't see them very often. So as they grew up, they didn't meet. And then when they were adults, they both ended up working at the same grocery store in Tucson. Didn't even know. And she's like, who? Because my uncle passed away, and they both were taught, she was talking about it, and my daughter was like, hey, that's my uncle's name too. And they got to talking, they're like, wait a minute, it's the same person. Hey, who are you? Yeah. Like, really? How come we never met each other? Because the cousins that my daughter and my sons played with Haley too when they were kids. They played too, but they would switch out. Like, their visits never overlapped. I would come get my kids, and Haley's parents would come drop her off. So they never really crossed paths. Well, because my aunt's not gonna have, I had 3 kids. She's not gonna have 6, 7 kids running around her house all at the same time. She's not me. I always had all the kids. I had one of my uncle's teenagers. I had my sister-in-law, 2 of my sister-in-law's kids, my own 3 kids, and I babysat 2 kids, at least 2 kids, if not 3 kids, all the time. I always had all the kids. It's very quiet now. Yeah, we would play, especially in the summertime, we would play cards or games, and we'd go to the park, and they'd wrestle with the kids. And I did, here in Sierra Vista, they have one of the movie theaters sponsors movie day, 2 days a week, and they show kid movies. So I used to take them to that. There was always Vacation Bible School. I took them to every Vacation Bible School that I could get them to. Well, I didn't. I tried to do every other week, so that they could have a week of summer where they would just be home. They'd have time to get bored. We'd do stuff just us, like we'd go on hikes, or we'd go on picnics, or, you know, whatever, go to the library, movies. And then I'd do Vacation Bible School, and that was usually in the mornings till 12:30 or 1, and I'd pick them up, and then we'd, you know, either go home and have lunch and do an afternoon routine, or we would just go and you know, we'd go to the park and play, or I'd get some, I was cheap. I could feed a lot of us for like 10-15 bucks at McDonald's. Because it was summer, you know, you got to try to do something fun. I'd find a friend with a pool and we'd go hang out at the pool, and I never took them to the city pool. I don't know why. Because I go to the city pool now. I go once a week for work. And at school, we had aquatic therapy for quite a few years with my kid, because I worked in special needs. And then I think it's called exceptional students now, or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know. But and then once a year, the city pool sponsors, they have every school pick a time and they go swim for 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours I think, in the last week of school. They have every school in their area, so that's fun. The kids love it, and it's a good thing to look forward to. We used to enjoy it because we would take our kids both days, because they would split it to the lower kids and the upper kids. Well, in special ed, we had kindergarten to 6th grade. So we would go both days. All of us would just go both days. Very fun. Quite fun. Plus then everybody had more help, because our kids were a little easier in the pool than some kids. So the other, you know, the children with autism that needed a little extra eye, we could, you know, keep a better eye on some of them. For some, yeah, it was really fun. We had a great time. So I was watching Mad Mimi's crochet and farming, and she is doing her 12 cast-ons. I don't know, how many projects do I have? I was thinking I would like to start getting kits, or at least one. I want to try one. But then I thought, I was like, well, Kathy, when she gave me all that yarn, it came with 2 kits. So I'm gonna get the sweater off the hook. When the sweater is done, I'm gonna snag one of those. And I think the one with the pattern, I'll start reading the one with the pattern and see if I can figure it out. Because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I already have 8 projects on my hook right now, not including the one that I'm gonna make decorating. So that's 9. Oh, and I was gonna show, I was playing. I got these when I went to the store, and because I got a little dolly. She has a pouty lip, she's sad. I also got these hooks, and it's a Susan Bates, and they're the special ones. This is a 13 US 9mm, and this is the loopy the loopy yarn, and I just had a little bit hanging around and I snagged it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play, and I knitted the loops together, but there's not enough for me to cast off. And I don't know how to cast off, so it's flag. So I'll figure that out, but it did come out nice. Look, I mean, that's a nice thick, like, that's another idea to do with all that loopy, because a lot of it is, why did I get this? Oh, I made it. I made a rabbit, a bunny, during COVID. I did a lot of crafting during COVID, and I probably had 40-50 rabbits that I created, because I was watching the Shabby Tree, and she makes everything, She's a very handy lady. And I was like, you know what? That's great. So I happened to see, I think it was on sale, and I got it for like $2. I got a whole skein of this loopy yarn, and I made a bunny rabbit out of it. So that's where I'm at. Sweater. That's what I'm gonna be doing for the next few days. It's the sweater. I mean, I'll still do the other stuff here and there, because, you know, doing half double crochets for all day, it's so interesting that I just am riveted to it. So I'll probably end up doing something else for a while, and then I'll go back. So, but I do want to have this done try to have it done by Thursday. Can I do it? I can do it. I might be staying up late, but we'll see. Especially if I don't have to go to work tomorrow, it probably would be easier to get it all done. But I gotta go to work, so we'll have to see. My cat is sniffing my chair. She's like, Mom, why is this chair up? Well, I call myself Granny to them. Why? Why is this chair up, Granny? You don't sit here. 'Cause I'm a sucker, and I let my dog sit in my spot instead. What? She's... No, you're not gonna sit with Granny? No? All right, I'm done messing around. Thank you for joining me. Hit like, subscribe if you would like. I would very much like it. I enjoy having everybody sit with me while I figure out what I'm doing. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. I'll talk to you later. Bye from Lalanascrochet.